Welcome to AlphaCars and Ural Motorcycles of New England. My name is Dimitri, and today I'm going to show you one of the most complete and most thoroughly accessorized Ural motorcycle. There are only a few that were built like this. Certainly our Overland series is very similar, but this bike is quite special, and we have another video that's coming up that shows how we built this bike from the moment the crate was delivered, uncrating and setting it all up. So you're very welcome to check out that video. But for now, we have a complete product, so let's check this out. Here it is, 2021 Ural Gear Up Hornet Custom. It has flat black satin finish with the flat satin yellow stripes revealed with a nice black inner stripe. The color combination is quite stunning, and depending on your screen how the colors are shown, this is not a very bright yellow. For example, my camera shows this yellow as very bright. It is actually a very nice deep tone, and it has a little bit of orange and brown in it. So hopefully we have a good, we have an accurate color on your screen. Let's take a walk around the bike, and then we actually are going to look at each accessory, and we're going to split it in categories: electrical, protection, and cargo, and off-road accessories. This walk around will give you a good idea of the entire package. And obviously we started off with the factory customization. We have a two-tone premium color paint. We have powder-coated drivetrain, which includes engine, transmission, final drive, sidecar brake mounting plate, and a few other things that are powder-coated black from the factory. We have weatherproofed undercoating on all three fenders and the bottom of the sidecar. We have a fuel tank with the storage compartment, which is an option. We have tank nameplate in black. And obviously it's a two-wheel drive gear up model to start with. And then we get into electrical stuff. We have enclosed wiring harness. This is the option that we offer here at Ural of New England. When we set up bikes, we will route the harness for the driving lamps inside the bumper. We have heated handlebar grips on this bike. We do have electric winch with wireless remote control, and this one is actually flat black finished. Standard is gray color. This one is flat black finish to match the rest of the bike. We do have a couple of other goodies on the handlebar. One of them is very important. It's a Ural handlebar clamp for Ram accessories. You can check this out here. Great must-have accessory for most of the riding situations. And of course, the 12-volt power outlet, which is situated right there. The bike also has our famous, I should say by now, famous air horn. We have so many stories that our customers tell us about how this horn help them on the road. So it is here on this bike. Let's say hello to the air horn. It is loud. The bike also has hazard flasher kit, which is, you can only see it by this switch, but what it does, it pretty much turns on all the orange lights that are flashing on the bike. And from the lighting standpoint, the bike has H4 halo light with the LED bulb, and it has also a sidecar fender mounted light right here that could be easily adjusted up and down. And we highly recommend this combination because, as you can see, you have, with these two lights on, you pretty much have that other drivers will see the bike in the rear view mirror, the full width of the bike with these lights on. Now we're going to get into protection and cargo on this bike. Well, we are on the left side of the bike. We're going to start off with this, what we call extended left food box. The original version was a shorter one. This one extends it all the way back here. And as you can see, you can still shift gears with your foot, toe, and heel shifting. And you also have this phenomenal cylinder protection. The food box comes with its own bracketing system for the cylinder protection. In fact, it replaces the original cylinder protection bar with this one, which has a welded tubular extension with the flange that connects to the food box. And since we're on this side of the bike, we're also going to talk about the hand shifter. So the hand shifter linkages are tied to your foot shifter, and through the set of pivoting brackets, horizontal, vertical linkages, a shaft through the brass bushings, spring-loaded bushings, it leads to the hand shifter that allows you to shift gears by hand. And then there's another lever right here that's for the reverse. You can see how that works. And there are many reasons you would say, well, why do I need the hand shifter? Not to mention it's a novelty, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is that there are plenty of situations that you would want to have a hand shifter. One of them is going to be off-roading, and the second one, which I've personally experienced, when you ride in the winter and you have large boots and sand and dirt, and of course ice and snow, not needing to shift with your foot is a big deal. So I find it really handy. And then we're getting into the sidecar bumper. This is the new Ural of New England variant that we designed. It works out awesome. You can actually, not to mention it offers the protection we're looking for with the bumper, but you can attach some additional goodies to it, and it looks really cool. So we have that on this bike. We have shin guards. Nice addition. They can be easily removed on the hot day, but if you keep them on, your knees and your legs will be always protected. We do have what we call standard clear sidecar windshield. Really easy installation. It does the job as the windshield, and you can see you can adjust it in a different dimensions. We have a sidecar windshield. Check this out. Clear too. And back to the steering bar, we have this heavy duty hand guards. They are really heavy duty. We have had comments from our customers that had a less than pleasant experience where they said these definitely helped them and saved their hands. We have a headlamp rock guard right here. We have the luggage rack for behind the rear seat. We're going to get there in a moment. Check this out and see how it's connected to the bike a really nice construction with proper alignment bushings, and everything certainly lines up and nice and sturdy. We do have the light guard, which is part of the kit, that also includes the guards for the fender lights. You can see one here and one here. Again, everything is nicely installed, everything lines up. We have a Sidecar fender rack, which is definitely a cargo accessory, and while offering ability to situate additional cargo, it also offers protection for the Sidecar fender from the top. And speaking of cargo, we have a nose rack. Check this out. We have a nose rack. If you consider putting one on your sidecar, you can pick up a sidecar rear view mirror, which gets installed through the same hardware as the rack. And I think the last item that will finish off the category for the cargo and protection, that's going to be our engine protection plate. We're going to check this out here on the bottom of the bike. I'm just tuning my camera. Check this out. Let's check out the whole underside of the bike. From the front wheel, you can see the bottom of the fender, which has the famous lining and undercoating. Check that out. The next category will be off-road, which will feature the Nitron Ural Tune shocks. They are absolutely amazing. Then we're getting into the Brembo rotors, Brembo calipers right here with the cross-drilled floating rotors. And here is the 2-in-1 GPR black ceramic coated exhaust. Downpipes lead to the white pipe that leads to the rear of the bike and goes up towards the GPR muffler. Here is the bottom view of the winch, and we're transitioning to the bottom of the sidecar. This is an awesome view if you ever wanted to see what's under the sidecar. And towards the rear of the sidecar, you're going to see the famous two-wheel drive shaft that brings the momentum, the torque from the rear wheel of the bike to the sidecar wheel. It is an on-demand system. You use it in the low traction situations. Here is the view under the sidecar fender. Wheel hub and the Brembo caliper on a floating rotor. And again, another Nitron shock. Think of it, Ural has 5 shocks. 1 on the sidecar and 4 on a motorcycle. Not 2, but 4. With a leading link front suspension, you need 2 shocks in the front. Here is the famous final drive, which also has a PTO with this on and off lever right here for the two-wheel drive system. And I'm sure you noticed by now the Ural sidecar frame allows for the independent suspension with a pretty lengthy arm. And in addition, the sidecar tub is also situated on these rubber mounts that offer an additional comfort. If you ever get to be a passenger in the Ural sidecar you will recognize it as one of the most comfortable, by far the most comfortable place to be on a motorcycle. Technically, you're not on a motorcycle, you're near the motorcycle, but it's actually, we've had people say, wow, it's so much better than my Jeep or so much better than my Nissan. It is a very comfortable spot to be. And everything is serviceable on the Ural. Even the U-joints you can see in the drive shaft have easily accessible grease fittings. Here is the GPR exhaust muffler with the heat shield. And we're slowly getting to the oil cooler. This was carefully designed by Ural of New England team. Carefully because we tried different variants and we looked at the oil temperature, we looked at a lot of things. When I say variants for the oil cooler itself. We end up with this system, and it offers an amazing, so much better than anything else we've tried, cooling for the engine oil. So if you have a Ural, even if you don't use it in a super hot environment, we still recommend it. It's a great accessory to have. Here it is. And again, all our installations are impeccable. We eliminate any type of metal to metal or paint to paint contact. We always use rubber spacers, and we use nylon locking nuts. We use thread locks where applicable, and so forth. We talked about forward and reverse hand shifter, which belongs to technically to the off-road category. Here it is, another view for it. And of course, the K37 Hinden out tires are awesome. And while they're knobby tires, they're great road tire. Actually, surprisingly, a very quiet road tire, so we highly recommend those. So we're going to get a quick start on the bike, for this bike, so you can hear it. We need to make sure it's in neutral, and for that we need to observe the neutral and green light. It is now. I just realized I missed a couple of goodies for the sidecar comfort. Those are our own designed and produced here in the United States. Armrests, by the way, they're produced by a factory that is owned and operated by a Ural enthusiast and a Ural owner. We worked on a few rubber accessories, and they're produced in US. So not only every time you buy them, you support US businesses, but you also support a business owned by a Ural owner and enthusiast. We do have an awesome heavy-duty cup holder, folding cup holder. And oh, it's such a nice operation. It works awesome. And then we have this soft liners for the interior trim, and we have a beautiful wooden dashboard. And by the way, the Ural windshields, they're folding in and out, so all you need to do is turn the steering bar, and now you can fold out the windshield, or you can fold it in for easier access. And when we fold this out, it opens this beautiful wooden dashboard. And another little trick we're going to show you, you can, standard equipment for the Ural is a tonneau cover, and sometimes you just want to take that off. And you can put it in the rear of the bike in the cargo space, or you can fold it this way, and it will act as a little bit of additional neck support for the comfort of your sidecar passenger. It's a very, very simple and very, very effective. I think this will conclude our showroom presentation of this gorgeous motorcycle. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you are a subscriber to our channel. If not, you could certainly become one. And please let us know which videos you like the most by simply clicking the like button. Thank you very much for viewing this video.